Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. Sorry for the long-winded intro, because today, once again, double dipski of wrestling action. As I give you the results and my recap of AEW All Out, and also give you my predictions for ROH's Death Before Dishonor. Let's get into it. So, AEW All Out was this past Sunday. And, big old thumbs up show for me. A lot of returns, a lot of debuts, a lot of great finishes. So, let's get into this one. So, match on the pre-card, a 10-man tag, featuring the Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Wheeler Yuta, teaming up with Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus, taking on the Hardy Family Office. That's Matt Hardy, Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, and the Hybrid 2, Angelico and Jack Evans. It was a bit of a cluster, you-know-what match, but everyone got their spots in. Wheeler Yuta looked like he was going to get a loss, and then Cassidy with the big old save. Orange Punch, and then Jungle Boy got, I want to say it was Cassidy in the snare trap for the big submission win. Jurassic Express then leave the ring, have the Best Friends kind of do their big celebration when the Hardy Family Office attacks again, this time with not only the Blade, who has been there for a while, but the returning Butcher. So Butcher and the Blade are back. I am very happy for that. Hopefully they get some big old tag team wins coming soon. And then after that, other faces come out, including John Silver and 10, which is an interesting combination. I believe Fuego del Sol was out there as well. I could be wrong. And then all the faces did the Best Friend give the people what they want hug, which, yeah, awesome. Not the greatest of matches. Again, a little bit cluster, you-know-what-y, but hey, it's a pre-show match. So, thumbs in the middle. Decent action, but nothing to really write home to mama about. This first match on the card, though, it was a heavy-hitting affair, as TNT champion Miro, the former Rusev, takes on Eddie Bloody Kingston. Now, I did want this match to go down at Arthur Ashe, so Eddie could win, but I feel like this is a pretty good spot for him. These two hosses were like really back and forth. They were smacking each other around really hard, and got me going. Eddie Kingston actually broke out of the game over, which is, first time we've seen that, so he's got that on him. In the end, super kick and then side kick to the back of the head to Eddie from Miro. Pinfall, 1, 2, 3. Miro retains. Gonna give this match a thumbs up. That was a great white hot opener, and I couldn't have asked for more from these two. Well done, gentlemen. Next match, another very hard-hitting affair, as Jon Moxley takes on Satoshi Kojima. Now, Kojima has had matches in Impact recently, so this is his first foray into AEW. And these two beat the hell out of each other. I think, Moxley started bleeding from the arm after a clothesline. Moxley got Kojima on the ear. It was a nuts, hard-hitting affair. A very Jon Moxley match, if that makes any sense to anyone. Big old thumbs up. Moxley with not only the deeds, but the big old paradigm shift. 1, 2, 3. But you think the action's over. but it's not. Because out comes Minoru Suzuki, an old rival of Jon Moxley from New Japan, right before AEW really got started. And they started battering each other in the ring. And now we got those two in a match on Dynamite later this Wednesday. I'm all in. Let's do it. That's going to be crazy. Big old thumbs up for the match and the segment. Next match I had my questions about, but overall it was a solid bout as Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defended her women's title against Chris Statlander. Statlander brought it tonight. She was, I believe, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. They traded all kinds of blows, including a Panama Sunrise that'll come into play later, from Baker to Statlander. Then Baker hit her with the curb stomp, jawbreaker, tap out. Oh boy, I think that is exactly what Britt Baker needed. I'm not sure who's next in line for a women's title shot. I think Statlander and Baker did really good. So, big thumbs up from me. This next match, boy oh boy, I think match of the night, maybe match of the year candidate, as the Lucha Brothers challenge the Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Championships inside of a steel cage. Ooh. Cage match rules in AEW, pinfall and submission in the ring. There is no escape and win stipulation, which I do like. Really good back and forth match, including a spot where Steve Cutler, the Young Bucks' young boy, threw a bag into the ring over the cage, which that was impressive. And in it was a shoe where the heel to the toe was covered in thumbtacks. So, like, dang. I believe Nick Jackson rammed the head of Penta into it, which started bleeding, mask was open. It was a crazy bloody match. There wasn't an attempt at the Lucha Brothers finisher where Phoenix was at the top of the cage and Penta had one of the Bucks, I forget which one, in a pile driver position that was broken up by the other Buck. Super kicks galore, including an attempt at the BTE trigger, but that was stopped. Lucha Bros hit their finisher. 1, 2, 3 winners and new AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Brothers. I am excited for that one. I believe someone needed to knock off the Bucks eventually. I was kind of hoping it'd be Jurassic Express, but, you know, I like the Lucha Brothers too. I don't know how this is going to play into the match between Pac and Andrade, so we'll see about that. Also, that match from the pay-per-view got canceled due to travel restrictions, I believe, on the part of Pac. So, you know, that match was moved to this Friday's Rampage, which I'm all excited for. Next match up, the 21-woman Casino Battle Royale. And it was a battle royale. I don't know how else to explain it. A lot of good members of the roster. You had Ty Conti, Anna Jay, Cargill, Nyla Rose, all betting to get to Britt Baker, challenge Britt Baker, and I don't know when when the Joker comes out, and it's Chicago's own Ruby Soho, and she goes on a tear, eliminating people when it's down to 3. Ruby Soho, Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose. Ruby eliminates Rose via the top ropes shenanigans, which was funny. And it comes down to Rosa and Ruby Riott. And Tony Khan, give us that one-on-one match. We all want to see that. That'd be awesome. Soho and Rosa then battle on the ring apron, where Soho knocks Thunder Rosa off the apron for the big win. So she gets a future title shot, which I am there for. Next match is a singles match where if Jericho loses, he is gone pretty much to the commentary desk. He'll end his in-ring career. I hate stipulations like this, honestly. Like, they're so predictable. But match was alright, I feel like, for a 4th match, which I think they need to move MJF away from this, even though he did look really good. MJF needs a new challenge. A few times, Jericho got out of the Salt of the Earth submission. I believe at one point MJF tried to hit him with the ring, but was stopped. Ultimately, Judas Effect, 1, 2, 3. Actually, no. Jericho got MJF in the Lion Tamer, or what do they call it in WWE? I forget. Anyway, submission victory for Jericho. Gets at least one win back from MJF, and hopefully they move on. Post-match, rest of the Inner Circle come out to celebrate that they will not be losing their leader, which, fine. Whatever. Fine match. Nothing really to write home about. Hopefully they do something better with MJF going forward. Next up, the match myself and everyone else wanted to see. After 7 long years, CM Punk back in the ring against Darby Allin. And boy, oh boy, did they look good. Great back and forth, a little throwback to X-Pac and Bret Hart from back in the day, where X-Pac hit a arm drag on Bret Hart, and Bret had this, smirk on his face. There's a GIF on it online somewhere. I'm sure you can find it. Kind of at the finish, Darby attempts to go to the coffin drop, in which Punk grabs him. GTS. 1, 2, 3. Big win. Maybe not Punk's smoothest match, but I still give it a thumbs up. Post-match, Sting and Punk shake hands, and then Punk lifts up Darby's hand. So, little kind of passing of the torch moment. Still gets Darby over, even though he lost, which I'm okay with. Next match is pretty much a 3-minute squash. Paul White, The Big Show, QT Marshall. Nothing really to say about it. Paul White is definitely, I believe, over his wrestling career. I'm not going to give it a full thumbs down because they did give QT a little bit of offense. So, maybe here, maybe more here-ish. Nothing really to write home about. I think this was meant to be a, go get your concessions quick match. Which, I'm sorry, QT and Paul White. But that's what it felt like to me. And now our main event of the evening. As Kenny by God Omega defends his AEW World Championship against Christian Cage. who currently holds the Impact World Heavyweight title. So, that's pretty cool. Real good back and forth. Plenty of V-triggers to Christian Cage, which had me cringing a whole heck of a lot. Attempts at not only the kill switch, but the one-winged angel, in which there are counters. Eventually, the Good Brothers do come down, cause the distraction. V-trigger. One-winged angel. 1, 2, 3. Done deal. Winner and still World Heavyweight Champion. Kenny then gets on the mic. Basically says, oh, there's no one left. There's no one left. I shouldn't be challenged anymore. Out comes Adam Cole, baby. And the crowd absolutely loved it. I personally was not expecting it, but, that's a cool moment. He comes down, mouths the words, you remember what you did to me. In kayfabe, they killed him. Not really. It was a bit on BTE, being the Elite. But now he's back. He's in the fold with the Elite. But that's not where the surprises end. As out comes, yes, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, is back. He takes the boots to Nick Jackson and fights off the Elite. Even though I saw his debut coming, I loved it. That was everything I hoped it'd be and more. So, that is my review of All Out. I give it a big old thumbs up of show. I wouldn't say it was absolutely perfect, but it was near perfect. Only that Big Show match wasn't there. I'm so sorry. That match was not great. Alright, next up we have Death Before Dishonor. Now, if you will give me a moment. Now, this show takes place on September 12th, so that's coming up. Really excited for this one. Let's get into the matches. Ooh. So, first match on the card is the Honor Rumble, which essentially is a Royal Rumble, where the winner gets a future ROH World Title match. Participants, Danhausen, who's quite a character. Beer City Bruiser, Dak Draper, the big boy, Ray Horace, the luchador, Brian Johnson, who is pretty good but has a big old ego, Joe Keys, who is a bit of a young guy but has promise, Brawler Malones, who is Beer City Bruiser's tag team partner, Sledge, another young guy with potential, and Silas Young, who is a bit of an older gentleman, but who can still go really well with the rest of them. 5 more competitors to be announced. Out of these guys announced so far, I think Dak Draper has the best shot at winning it. But who knows? Maybe we'll have a surprise. Like maybe Bobby Fish comes back during this match. Who knows? We'll see. Alright, so first match, we have Dalton Castle versus Eli Isom. Now, if you remember, these two were in a 6-man tag along with Dak Draper for the 6-man tag team titles in a losing effort due to Castle trying to be flashy in the face of Isom, and that did not work. So there's a little bit of a divide between these two, but it works as a rivalry. I think Isom gets the win here. I think he needs a big win, and against someone who has held the ROH World title like Castle. I think this will be a big moment for Isom. Next match, a bit of a throwback match, really, as them boys, the Briscoe brothers, Jay and Mark, take on the OG Kingdom, which is Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Taven and Bennett have actually been in a feud with the Righteous. That's Vincent and his crew. So, it is somewhat in a losing effort. I think they've picked up some wins, but actually, no. Bennett lost a world title shot last month to Vincent. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know where this is going to go, but I do think the OGK are going to win this one. We've seen a little bit of a divide between the Briscoes, who have been trying to push to get to the tag team titles again. But I don't think this is going to be it. Alright, next match. 6-man tag team match. As Violence Unlimited, that's Homicide, Chris Dickinson, and Tony Deppett, takes on John Walters, LSG, and a bit of a newcomer, Lee Moriarty, who has been showing his stuff on MLW, on AEW Dark Programming, and now he makes his debut here in Ring of Honor, which is very good. So I think with a debut like that, I think Lee Moriarty's team gets it. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to go with my head on this one. I think Violence Unlimited is going to get the win. Then they're going to get jumped by somebody. Don't know who yet, but we'll see. Now with this next singles match is a bit of an interesting one because it is 2 wrestlers who have been released recently. Now, from the list that we have of wrestlers who have been released by, WWE alone, there could be a list. But what I'm thinking here is we're going to get like Bobby Fish and maybe one of the younger guys from 205 Live. I don't know. So, personally, I think Fish is going to be good here. And I think he gets the victory. Next match, 6-man tag team title match as Shane Taylor Promotions. That's Shane Taylor, Jasper Kahn, and Moses Maddox take on LFI, Dragon Lee, Kenny King, and the Bestia del Ring. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. These two squads have been chomping at the bit to get to each other. And I think due to shenanigans, maybe Roosh interferes, although Roosh is hurt. So maybe he won't be showing up. I guess we'll see on that. Although Dragon Lee does have the TV title, so maybe King gets pinned here. So yeah, I think Shane Taylor Promotions is going to keep the 6-man tag team titles. Although I am wondering who the next challengers might be. Because right now the 6-man division is a little shallow. Next match for the Pure Wrestling Championship. We have Jonathan Gresham versus Josh the Goods Woods. A match I have been looking forward to seeing for a while. These two guys are going to go ham on each other. I do believe it is about time for Gresham to lose this title. But I don't think it's going to be here. As much as I like Josh Woods and I would like him to win, Gresham has been so dominant that it's going to take a lot to get the title off of it. So for now, Jonathan Gresham. Next match is the tournament final to crown an ROH Women's Champion, as Roxy takes on Amanda Miranda Alizé. Roxy is a bit of a youngin'. She started wrestling in her teens, which is crazy to think about. Miranda Alizé is a luchador type from Mexico, and both are very, very quick and very good from what I remember from the tournament. I think it's going to be Roxy's time. Roxy has been on a roll ever since this tournament got started, and I think it is her time. Crown her the champ right now. And now, our main event of the evening, for a fatal four-way elimination match for the ROH World Championship. As Bandito, the champion, takes on Brody King, Demonic Flamita, an old enemy of his, and EC3. Wow, that is quite a lineup. I am really digging what they got going on here. I really don't want to see Bandito be just a passing champion, a transitional champion. I want to see him go on a little bit of a run. So I think he gets a big upset win over his old buddy Flamita. Alright, that is it for my predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, share this all over the internet. Let's grow this channel. Let's grow it. Let's grow. I'm ready for some growth, baby. Not the way I meant it. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a happy rest of your Labor Day. Oh, it's not Labor Day anymore. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. And stay safe, everybody. Peace.